This here's from Screen Rant. Johnny Depp's best movie, according to Rotten Tomatoes, is not one of his box office hits. Now, Screen Rant here usually plays Amber's side a little bit, or they claim to be very neutral on one side, then they'll sneakily take another side. So it's kind of interesting to see if they're actually going to be positive here about Johnny. Johnny Depp has starred in plenty of critically acclaimed movies, but his highest rated film on Rotten Tomatoes is one that his fans might not be able to guess. Many of Johnny Depp's best movies see him making unorthodox choices in eccentric roles. He's often preferred quirky, standalone movies to big, safe franchises with a few notable exceptions. While Depp's most famous role is that of Captain Jack Sparrow in the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, he's also known for his collaborations with Tim Burton. It's not one of these movies that sits atop his list on Rotten Tomatoes, although it's one that most people would immediately consider. Johnny Depp's highest rated movie on Rotten Tomatoes is 1994's Ed Wood, which means that it has the highest proportion of positive reviews out of any movie he's ever starred in. Depp plays the title role, an aspiring filmmaker in Hollywood during the 1950s who somehow convinces studios to invest in his terrible B-movies. All right, pretty interesting. Ed Wood was a real person, even though Tim Burton's movie doesn't style itself as a typical biopic. Wood has been branded as the worst director in the history of Hollywood, but this has given his rough around the edges B-movies a cult following. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, if someone is the worst ever, you kind of want to check out why people are saying it's the worst ever, and then kind of famously, like this movie, The Room, what's meant to be one thing could turn out the other thing. Like maybe his movies are actually terrible, but you could get some kind of a comedy value or kind of a freakish value from them. Burton's clearly an admirer of Wood, if only for his spirit and pluck rather than his craft. Ed Wood has a Rotten Tomatoes score of 92% with an audience score not far behind at 88%, which is, yeah, pretty damn good. They say it made only $13.8 million out of an $18 million budget because people don't want to see just some story about a director who people thought was good because they were bad or something like that. They want to see, explosions, fast pace, less thinking, in general, that kind of thing. They say it was shot in black and white, which is also one reason they think it didn't do good at the box office, and I agree. I rarely sit through black and white films. I like the artistic value. I think it can add something to a movie. I just don't enjoy sitting through that much time of black and white. But if someone does, and they say the movie's better because of that, I'll understand. I'm not going to say, it makes it bad objectively no matter what. I'm just saying I don't like to sit through it. Okay, wait. They say Nightmare on Elm Street actually has higher scores than Ed Wood, but Johnny's not in it so much, so it doesn't count, is basically what they're saying. So I guess their article's wrong, but I get the message. Like, one of his much less known, less loved movies is, pretty much top dog on this site, Rotten Tomatoes, which is famous, which in itself, take with a grain of salt, but I guess it says something. Also, like I said before, I guess this is pretty much all positive about Johnny. So yeah, thank you, Screen Rant. Anyway, let me know what you think. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. If you don't, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.